Hi folks, and welcome to the latest video. I wanted to make a video today about my £40 FTX Carnage NT RC truggy. Here it is, absolutely gorgeous. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because I feel that this is something that everyone should at least try to run. It's so much fun. The parts are very, very cheap. They're readily available. I mean, when I bought this from a car boot sale for £40 and it was in a complete and utter state. To give you an example, some of the things that were wrong with this were it was missing a front CVD. The rear drive shaft, so the front CVD was missing. Rear drive shaft was bent. Sorry about that. The servos were faulty, both of them. The transmitter wasn't steering correctly. And you can see on this wheel, there is a wobble. And that's because the rear diff is very loose. The outdrive cup is very loose. So that needs to be looked at. I've gotten it to a state where it is running. I bought some super cheap servos, throttle and steering for like £8 from eBay. I replaced the rear drive shaft, the CVD. I got myself a new body shell. It didn't come with a body shell either. Oh yeah, the air filter. I already had air filters. The chassis still obviously needs to be replaced at some point because it has taken a knock from its previous owners. You can see that it's completely bent there. Obviously, I still need the front bumpers as well. So all these little things are wrong, and there is that wobble, massive wobble there. So that's going to obviously cause issues. And despite all of this, this is such an easy truck to start up and run. It was, I've given it a tiny bit of a clean. It still does need fully looking after, but I just think it's a fantastic RC, and I think that it's one that I think people need to try. I think electric is a lot of fun, and I do have my own little collection of electric cars. I've got a DHK Hunter brushless, got a Nissan up there which I need to fix the body. I need to get an original body shell for that. Tamiya. I've got a TC4 from Associated, a Hyper 7 which I'm actually in the middle of converting. I need to get a Dremel so I can start cutting down the servo tray, etc. That's going to be brushless. So I don't have any problem with electric cars, but there is something about running a Nitro car that for me, even if you don't get a chance to go out and run it, just starting the engine, just the sound, and anyway. Let's see how long it takes to start this up. I'm going to see if I can do this without making any cuts or anything, just to show you how long it genuinely takes to start this up from cold. So here's my tuning screwdriver, and it's showing that the engine temperature is 77 degrees. So you can see, there you go, 77 degrees. So you can see that the engine is cold, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. It hasn't been run, and I'm going to now put some fuel in it, prime it, and see how long it takes to actually get this running. So let's have a go. Okay, I'm just going to put you down here, all one take. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put some fuel into the fuel tank. Okay, and then we're going to prime the engine. I always use after run oil as well. Okay, let me just take this stand off because the stand is not going to make it easy to... Okay, that should be enough. Prime. We'll just get the glow starter and open the door. Let's make sure we're running. Yep, we are. as you saw, that started up so quick. I can put the body shell on and we'll give it a little bit of a rip. Well, that was very short-lived fun, but it wasn't due to the old Nitro engine. Nitro engine is running very rich. I'm on purposely running it like that until I can properly tune it. But I broke the front hinge pin and the hinge pin that's just behind the front casing. So that now needs to be replaced. It'll give me a chance to actually take out this fuel tank and give it a clean out. As you can see, it's a bit grimy there, but it's running so well. Even though I'm not obviously taking care of this as if this was like a race level Nitro car where, you know, I watched lots of videos with those guys over in the States that, you know, like Adam Drake and Ryan Harris, and those guys are so meticulous and makes you very jealous of how clean they keep their machines. But bear in mind, this is a work in progress. I will get this looking spick and span as well eventually. But like I said, it's like a £40, you know, car. I'm spending as little as I can on it to get it fixed up here and there. I just want it running well. I still look after the engine. I don't know how it was treated before it got to me, but I don't think it was treated very well, if I'm honest. Looking at how it's been driven, although obviously I can't say much. I just broke it on some bins outside just to show you guys how easy it was to get started. So I'm a little bit gutted about that, but again, benefit of this car, parts readily available and they're going to be cheap, so can't grumble too much at all. Really do love this, and that sound for me, just the smoke, the sound, that adds something. If you guys are into RC, you will have probably heard of the guy, the legend Bottigel over in the United States, who's a big gas head, fifth scales, and he's into Nitro. And, you know, you can really tell his passion for these things because, like, there's something about it. Like, I don't even care that I've not gone out and driven this anywhere. I'm really not that fussy. I'm a little bit upset, but I'm still buzzing just from starting the engine, just from hearing it, just the heat, the smell, everything about it, just the noise. I just love it, absolutely love it. And no matter how fast your electric RC is, honestly, I've driven some very fast electric RCs, and they're very exciting, but not a patch, just simply not a patch, in my opinion. Bear in mind, my opinion, just love it. Here are the offending parts. So here is the front brace, and you can see that part on the end is what's broken off. And I've taken the front of the chassis off, as you can see. Sorry, the front end of the car off. You can see the chassis is in a real state. I will need to change this chassis over, but I'm going to kind of use it for now as it is. It's not awful. It doesn't seem to affect how the car handles too much when I have had it running. It's got some really gross, nasty, like, diff grease there and in there, but don't know what to do about that. Oh, that pin just comes out, does it? Is that okay? I thought that was meant to be held in or something. I would have thought by something or other. I guess not. I'll have to check that. If that's meant to just pop out, maybe it is. The bearings are okay. I'll have to double check how that's meant to go together, because that doesn't seem right to me that just comes out. It's like flat there, so normally you would have something that you'd have like a grub screw to tighten onto that inside or something. I don't know, I'm gonna have to check, but it seems to be kind of working, so we'll see how it goes. These hinge pins are a little bit bent as well, you can see, and obviously that brace needs to come off because that's broken as well. So actual broken parts, it is just those two. I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, so I'm going to get rid of that, remove that brace, and order these parts and get this car back up and running. It's all part of the fun of RC. Of course, it's a little bit disappointing when stuff breaks, especially when it's just running it around in your back garden. But it's part of the fun, and I suppose it comes down to what you enjoy. What part of the hobby do you get most enjoyment out of? Some people enjoy competitively racing. Some people enjoy taking the cars out and doing big jumps and bashing their RCs. And some people just enjoy the tinkering side of things. Personally, I love fixing broken parts and putting things back together, getting the engine running, giving the engine a little run. And I do enjoy running the cars, but I suppose I get more enjoyment from this side of it, and hence I love, I do love the old FTX Carnage, and I think for £40 it's going to give me an awful lot of fun. It's a great little car boot RC. It would be cool to hear in the comments if any of you guys have ever found an RC car at a car boot sale that you've enjoyed bringing back up to running order. And hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.